Damn, son, where'd you find this?
People don't be offended by the truth. They be offended because you called out the truth. Simple as that. They don't want to hear any other narrative that makes them look bad.
One thing I can't stand at this big grown age is somebody who act like cause and effect does not exist. Like, yes, your actions caused this outcome. Yes, what you did lit the match. Like, why are you surprised and playing victim?
Guys, Chico, they never lie.
That's how you know somebody doesn't respect you. They listen to reply, not to be understood. They cut you off. They minimize what actually matters to you. They laugh at your boundaries, and then they call you sensitive when you try to hold the line. They show up late, they cancel last minute, forget the things you've told them, because in their world, your time, your energy, even your voice aren't a priority. They're just an option. You see, there are two kinds of people. Those who adjust when they realize they've actually hurt you, and those who expect you to adjust so they don't have to change. You don't need to be disrespected loudly to be disrespected deeply. Sometimes you'll see it. It's just in their tone, in their patterns, in the silence after you're known. Respect isn't what they say when they're watching. It's how they act when they think you'll tolerate it.
Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's the word? What's the word? How everybody feeling? Happy Saturday. I hope you warm. I hope you cozy. I hope you comfortable. The grind don't stop, man. I don't care what's going on, my nigga. I'm on it. You're gonna see me 24 hours a day posting. I'm peekaboo, peekaboo. Yeah. We here. 2026 right around the corner, man. And I'm just grateful. I'm humble to be here, to have the panel that I have, the conversations that I have between me, the comment section, and just anybody in general that's watching from wherever you're watching from. I'm grateful and humble to have you here. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to my writers, my poets, my content creators, all that good stuff. I hope you guys bring in the new year the way that you want to. I hope you start. Matter of fact, forget the start part. I hope you close out 2025 stronger than you expect, because I know there's a lot of shit going on. Like, let's keep the whole buck, man. People going through stuff, man. And I be trying to make it to where you can laugh, be critical. You know, I mix things up. I have little shorts and things like that. Just take your mind off of the bullshit, man, because everything isn't always just pleasant, right? You'd be lying if you said everything and every day was just beautiful. We live in the real world. Everybody ain't on the French Riviera and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you check out some of them reels, man. I be cutting up. I got a dark humor, a dark sense of humor. Some of them joints, man. YouTube, y'all be on some bull because y'all pick and choose who you want to fuck with. I'm gonna try to watch my language, man, because I know the stuff that I see on social media these days, man. Y'all be literally having dildos in some of these videos. Kids be walking around with them and all type of shit. And y'all don't say nothing to them. But let me post some shit over here. You're going to be complaining and crying about it. Respectfully. Look, the reason why we here is because Bonnie Blue, Bonnie, ma'am, you have ruffled some feathers, ma'am, haven't you? And I ain't even talking about in a good way. See, before I even play the video, let me give y'all a quick recap. I've spoken about her before, actually, a couple of times, because on this side of the internet, I try to be as unbiased as possible. I'm not a know-it-all. I'm not a Webster's dictionary. I just share how I feel about some things that's going on in the world from my own perspective. You can agree or disagree with it, but Bonnie Blue is a succubus. I can't say it no other way. That woman is walking around with a legion of demons in her, and she's been running amok all over social media. She's been in interviews. She's been on podcasts. She's been on your TV. She's been on your screen, your iPad, your iPhone, your Android. If you don't know who Bonnie Blue is an adult actress. She's probably one of the only few that will admit that what she does is technically prostitution. Everybody else, they'll tell you it's the complete opposite. She really doesn't give a shit. She understands the system. She understands the algorithm. She embraces what she is and what she does wholeheartedly. Whether or not it's a barrier to protect her true feelings, maybe she cries alone at night. Maybe she's miserable as shit. Maybe she's not. Maybe Satan has taken over her fucking soul completely, and her ass does not even realize that she has basically sold her soul, and she made her choice, and that's where she is planting her flag, metaphorically speaking and literally speaking. Recently she was supposed to create some content in a different country, snatching men off of the street, random guys off the street as she drives her sex bus around, just collecting penises off the street. And she was going to essentially make a movie while she was out here. The country that she's in or was in at that current moment, they wasn't having it. Right? So they confiscated her vehicle. Yeah, they confiscated her vehicle, and they gave her the option of either you're going to spend a month in jail or you're going to come off of some money. Well, she has the money. It wasn't much. And, well, she paid them I'm gonna show you this right here. This is some next level disrespect. And I see a lot of it all day on social media. But she was like, you know what? who are y'all? This the video that I had prior to this. Let me bring this up here real quick. The video I had originally was worse. This is just as bad, but they censored certain little parts, and they don't show you certain things. I'm gonna fill you in though. She paid them off. She continues on with her voyage to seduce men and to ensnare them into her wicked wormhole. But this is a message that she wanted to leave for the good people that forced her into oblivion. Let's roll the footage. This is a minute. It's not very long.
Publicity stunt. She directly.
Yes, I got arrested in Bali for filming.
OnlyFans influencer Bonnie Blue has stirred up trouble, not with public opinion, but with an entire country. This wasn't just suggestive content or a publicity stunt. She directly crossed a national red line. After paying £850, she publicly announced she would use the Indonesian flag to clean the floor.
I'm going to use this to wipe the floor after these men have finished with me.
This wasn't a harmless joke for Indonesia. The flag is not a prop, not content, and certainly not a tool for generating traffic. This is a blatant insult to a national symbol. While adult content creators constantly push boundaries for traffic, she's not the one who received the harshest criticism, but the one who acted the most foolishly. When attention seeking becomes trampling on the dignity of another country, the problem is no longer just about her. Do you think she should be held accountable, or is this just another instance of going too far for publicity?
Yeah.
Okay. So she's pissed off. She's pissed off. We here in Indonesia, we do not respect. And I repeat, we do not respect prostitution. We do not want our children growing up thinking that being this promiscuous we don't want that over here. We do not acknowledge it. We don't honor it. I don't care what you do over here in the United States. Our culture, we don't believe in degrading our women this way. We don't believe in having 20, 30 different dudes excreting all over you on camera and then feeding it to some stupid ass for content. That's not our thing. We have morals, we have standards, we have principles. Now, one would say, hey, to each his own. You can do whatever you want. Why not? Everybody has the right to be whatever the hell you want, and you absolutely do. You can be a dickhead, you can be a crackhead, you can be Ronald McDonald for all I care. But when you go to certain locations, they have rules. You have to respect their rules. Period. What the hell I look like going to China? I don't know shit about China. I go over there and I think that I can bring this westernized, modernized mindset over there. Why do you think every place that you go is the same? You have to conduct yourself a certain way in certain places. Well, overall, you should just want to be a decent human being and be respectful in general. If this is what you want to do, man, that's cool. Know your audience. This like there are people who love you and they worship and idolize you. That's because they don't understand who you are. Let me rephrase that. They don't know what you are. They looking at you. Salutes, brother. I see you. I see you. Bonnie Blue. They look at you like a sex symbol. They look at you like something that they can get off to. You're nothing more than an orgasm. They don't respect you as a human being. You are a object, a tool. You are a tool that is being used by Satan, and you are a tool that is being used by the people. Period. Let me get this off here. Your only mission and her only purpose is to take as many souls away from God as possible. That's all she is good for. Make your money, live your lifestyle, do whatever you so see fit. You're not an influencer, not the type of influencer you think you are. You go into another person's house, you do not walk on their carpet, you take your shoes off. If you eat at somebody's dinner table, common courtesy is to offer to help clean dishes. When you walk into a room full of people, common courtesy is to speak, say hello. There's just some things that you should just know instinctively. And for whatever reason, you think because these goofy men who bust a nut to you every single day, you assume that gives you a level of power over authority figures that run nations, that run countries. You think that you can just walk into somebody else's house and change the rules? Have these men, have these adults that worship you, have they swelled your head up so much that you just think that you're God, you're a deity, you're untouchable, you can go wherever the hell you want and say and do whatever you want. You can pretty much put your ass in every single body's face and you can do like I never seen that meme, but that's a hell of a good one. That's a hell of a good one. First of all, the entitlement here is absolutely diabolical. A lot of women like you don't know God. You say you know him, you think you know him, but you don't know him. You know of one. That doesn't mean that you're serving the one that you think you're serving. You absolutely disrespected the entire country. You can do whatever the hell you want to your own body. I know you got 1,000 different souls festering inside of that vessel. Ain't no way in the world you sleep good at night. I know. I've heard that as well. I've heard she's a transsexual. I don't know how true or false it is. That don't make it no better either. Sexual morality aside, you went into a whole different country trying to what big dog 40 somebody. You just thought you could go over there and oh, I'm Bonnie Blue. I am a sexual performer. Here, lay at my feet, move at my beck and call, do as I say. These people have been practicing their ideologies for centuries. The way that their system is set up is there for a reason. Then you went over there and acted a fool, and then because you didn't get your way, did you see what she did? You took their flag. You took their flag, you stuck it in the crack of your ass, walked away from it as these corny dudes just stood side by side in a whole line as you showed your ass walking away with the flag in it. Then you told them on top of that, not only can y'all kiss my ass, and let me show you where with their flag. You also said, oh, after I get all of these penises inside of me and all of these dudes bust all over my chest and all my face and they cream pie and they once they finished doing their job on me, it was in Indonesia. It was Indonesia. Once they have their way with me and I record it for the entire world to see because clearly there's an audience that wants to watch this. Once I'm done, then you can have your flag back. So she's going to take those men's excrement, use it as a bath towel, and then she's going to just, oh, here you go. Does that sound normal to you? Is that normal? I don't think it's a control thing. I think it's a clout thing. I think she has a desire to be in the algorithm. I think she has a desire to reach a broader audience. I think that she is a vessel to reach more lost men who don't have no control or discipline over their sexual practices. She's being used to reach more men and more women and get them lustful, get them distracted, get them off their path, get them to sin, get them to stop praying, get them away from the right fellowship. I think she's probably one of the greatest threats to social media in the sense that because everybody is so horny, you know, she's capitalizing off of it. And she knows that people got some weird fetishes. So she's trying to create other ways to draw people in. Yeah, I don't know what it was about that specific place and why she went there. Um, I don't think anything is by chance though. She's very, very strategic. Disgusting, but strategic. And she don't really care because she's not being held accountable for real, for real. Nobody's holding her accountable. That little whatever, 850 pounds, that wasn't shit to her. She don't even have to work no more. That's the crazy part about it. She's done. She's set for life. He, she, whatever the hell you want to call her, she could just call it a wrap. She enjoys what she does. And I would even put money on it and say that she even has a kink. She enjoys the challenge of converting people. Like it probably excites her to try to take a guy who is on the right path and get them to stray. I think she enjoys shit like that. She gets a kick out of pissing people off too. The nastier, the better. The weirder, the better. But yet, and still, people are going to eat it up. They're going to watch it. They're going to embrace it. Nobody's going to stop by. It's sensationalized. What is she going to do next? What can she do to tap into my darker side? You got to remember, there's people out here that like feet, like getting urinated on and all type of. She know that. She trying to stand out. She doesn't want to be like everybody else. Her and Lily Phillips, they were going at it, trying to find out who could break the world's record for sleeping with the most men within 24 hours. Facts. She's out here trying to compete. She doesn't want to be like anybody else. She's trying to get in her own lane, and that means that she's going to have to trigger people, piss people off. She don't care if you under the age of 18 or not. Her ass is on some other stuff. You can't convince me that she ain't a demon, a walking demon. And then she smiled and she laughed. She walked off with the flag in her ass crack and said, I'm going to let them do what they do on me, and I'm going to wipe it up, and then I'm going to keep it going. Like it was duffing. So y'all won't let me do it over here in Indonesia, so I'm going to go over here. Spreading that wide, weak, battered, bruised, decrepit wound wherever they allow her to go. I wish, honestly, people would stop giving her any type of attention. That's all she wants. Just stop following her, stop subscribing to her, don't mention her, don't give her no conversations. Let her fall into the abyss. Send her packing to the shadow realm. She's irrelevant. She's poisonous. She's toxic. She has no true good in her whatsoever. This is fun for her. This is like how the NBA is for folks who just got out of college or someone who always wanted to be in the NFL and they get drafted. This is that for her. Way too many. There's way too many. Oh, You're a lonely guy. You're a lonely guy who doesn't really get the girlfriend experience. Okay, I'll give you the girlfriend experience. Oh, you're the simp who wants control, but you not man enough to give or get control or command control from a woman who doesn't respect you. Okay, I'll play that role for you. Oh, you're the weird guy in the basement who likes to watch women get feces dumped on them. Okay, I can do that for you. Oh, you like this. All right. That's her. As long as she got an audience, she's not going anywhere. And as long as her audience don't see nothing wrong with what she's doing, she's not going to see nothing wrong with what she's doing. They just going to keep on piling on and piling on the admiration. They're going to keep on speaking with her and interacting with her as if she can do no wrong, as if she was heaven sent. She's here to change the world. She's here to reshape the dynamic of relationships and voyeurism and hedonism. She's a testimony of what true liberation looks like. No, she's not. She's a portal. She's a freaking portal to hell. My nigga. That woman got mad demons on her. And this internet does nothing but allow her to ensnare more and more people. Millions of people consume porn a day. It's absolutely exactly why I said, this situation with the flag and her doing what she did with the flag, that's what that was about attention. She has to do something different. Otherwise, who's going to care about it? You got to be unique. The algorithm feeds off you being unique, combative, odd, consistent, rage baity. That's why she don't mind being humiliated. The video that I reacted to like a month ago, she was talking to this kid that basically he slaughtered her on the show. Absolutely slaughtered her. She didn't care. She knew what she was signing up for. That interview made well over 1 million views. Everybody went there to see her because they already knew how he was. They wanted to see her get cussed out and get completely slaughtered up there. But they also they understood that having her on the show, well, they should have. Having her on the show wasn't going to do nothing but introduce more men to her. So if you didn't know who she was before, you definitely knew who she was afterwards. And then you guarantee you a lot of them people, they ended up doing what? Google search, type Lily Phillips. Oh, that's her. So y'all having her on your platforms doesn't do nothing to stop her. Nothing. She playing a dangerous game, though. A lot of y'all ladies are doing. If you're in this field of work specifically, you're like she's playing a very very dangerous game because I don't know much about Indonesia and its culture, but there's just places in this world where they don't play around like that. They don't. There's people who take stuff like this very serious. I mean, beyond what you think. You see what happened with Charlie Kirk. There are men and women out here that don't play about their country. They don't play about their culture. I don't care if this shit was staged or not. There's things that you just don't do. And if you want to be a harlot and roam the street, that's one thing. But that right there, and then you got the cameraman and you got these men that's lined up advocating for it. It felt like I'm watching a bunch of dudes standing at the gate of hell, just waiting with blinders over their face, getting led to the slaughter. Y'all don't even know what's going on. She playing around, and somebody with one of them weird names get hired to locate her and allegedly assassinate her or try to off her because of that bullshit. You know, there some of these people crazy enough. Yeah. Disrespect yourself however you want. I blame the simps, and I blame the people who said it was okay to have this type of content for consumption, because you keep on trying to make an argument for it being innocent, and it's not harming nobody. It's harming people. The porn industry is just as rotten as picking up a pack of cigarettes. The porn industry is just as harmful as drinking and driving. But see, that's a conversation nobody wants to have. Mind your business. Mind your business. People can watch what they want to watch. You can. Why do you care? I see what it do to people. It's not a game. Why people think it's a laughing matter, I don't know why. Why are you shaming someone for speaking their own personal feelings? I think that shit is toxic as hell. Lily Phillips, she got to go, man. Women like her, they have to get kicked off the island. So I'll put it this way: if she's willing to take someone's flag and shove it in her butt on camera and didn't tell you what she's going to do with the semen afterwards, if she's willing to do that for attention, what you think she's going to do when that fade away? Let's fast forward. Nobody's talking about this anymore. She's going to have to figure out something else. What else can I do to get the people's attention? What else can I do to piss them off? I need my name in rotation. I need it to stay on YouTube. I need it to be a key word. My name must be a key word. It has to pop up as soon as you go to Google or you go to Bing. I need my name to constantly be there. What I got to do now? This wore off. Nobody's talking about that no more. If she's lucky. If she's very, very lucky, I'm telling you, man. And Chef, I know you know there's these some of these foreigners, man. They not playing. It might even be somebody from her own country. I'm not wishing death on nobody. What I am saying is her level of disrespect through the roof. That's not even your home. You're a visitor. You in somebody else's country doing that? I'm surprised. I understand why they don't want that over there. And to be honest with you, after what she pulled in Indonesia, if I'm anywhere else, she's not welcome. She's not welcome. I don't know if you can legally do that. She wouldn't be welcome here. Send her back where she was. Because that right, like, think about this. That is on TikTok. That had over 80,000 views on it. Well over 1,000 comments on it. People have seen it. Now I'm pretty sure there's children who saw that video. Not just adults. I'm pretty certain there's a plethora of different age groups that watched that video and saw her performing and putting that show on like that. This is who you want to influence you. This is who you want to sit down with and have heart-to-heart conversations with. That's the woman that y'all want standing in the gap for the sisterhood. Is Lily Phillips your leader? Is she your role model? Is she the new Kevin Samuels? Is she the one that's going to bring y'all out of obscurity? The woman is a disgrace. And she don't care. This is fun for her. She enjoy every minute of it. Facts. Guarantee it. She gets a thrill from it. Oh, you mad? Cool. But you watched. Did it turn you on? I know. You say you hate me, but you just search me up on maps. You watching all my videos, all of my uploads. And that go for the ones who subscribe to her, pretending like they not subscribed to her. All of y'all, all of you are the problem. Married men and everything. All of y'all. Lily Phillips. That make the wrong people famous. You give the wrong people the attention. Why is she living better than some homeless people? Well, most matter of fact, why is she living better than most people? I be wondering about stuff like that. You ain't did nothing. Nothing. But lay on your back and catch a couple of loads. But you didn't do not a damn thing for all that fame and fortune. These are the thanks we get. I don't get it. I don't understand the logic behind it. You don't even have to agree with anything I say. Just name me or give me one example where this woman has done something beneficial for women. Name me one thing that this woman has said or done to build a single community. And I'm not talking about her using her body as a recreational facility. She actually sowed good seeds into somebody. But you want her telling your children or your daughters how to be women, how to take care of a man, how to cook, how to clean, how to dress. No etiquette, no remorse, no respect. She went over there. She she was like literally snatching dudes up off of the street. The joint that I did on her prior to this, she was trying to create. She was trying to create an exhibit. It was going to be like a zoo like exhibit. It was going to be a see through cage, but it was going to be made of plexiglass or something. And it wasn't going to be very big. It was just going to be big enough in order to house the number of men that were going to participate in the activities that she was going to create. You were supposed to be tourists. You're standing outside of the glass cage thingy watching her get fucked. It's supposed to be a few hundred dudes that was supposed to bang her. And then anybody on the outside, you would just stand around it like you're in the zoo. You would stand around it and just watch her. That didn't go through because wherever she was trying to get that done at, they wasn't having it. She was pissed. So this is the next best thing. She wanted to go out there to Indonesia, and she had her mind set on banging while she was driving around. I don't ask me. I don't know how her mind worked. She couldn't get that done, so she went there. They kicked her ass out. She didn't like it, so she said, "You know what? That's how y'all gonna do me. All right, cool." They need to. They really need to. Where does the line draw? Like, where do we say, all right, enough is enough? Like, seriously, when is enough enough? You're putting this everywhere. I can understand if this was a controlled environment. If this was specific to a network where kids didn't have access to this stuff, that's one thing. You can't avoid seeing it. It's everywhere. It's on everything. So you're trying to force me, and you're trying to force my nieces and my nephews and all of these children to watch this stuff. You're not doing nothing about it, but you got all the smoke for me and regular creators. We have a hard time trying to get our stuff in motion, but you have no issue with posting that garbage. I wouldn't invite her nowhere. Nope, you can't come here. You're not wanted here. They need to figure out a way to ban that crap from certain places. I don't know. They need to have a conversation about that though. And it's sad. It's very sad. You know, the funny, no, it's not even funny. The thing that's disappointing about this, right? And I'm not a fan of his, but Charlie Kirk should still be alive. Whether or not you agreed with his lifestyle, what Bonnie Blue is doing, what Bonnie Blue just did, atrocious. How she could get away with that? Y'all took that man out in front of his peoples on national TV. You telling me this woman can go out here and do what she's doing just so freely? No, that man should be alive. This is sad, man. We in a state right now where they just letting everything just go to shit. You're trying to control media. You're trying to control what we consume. You're trying to control how we can post. You're trying to control who sees what. You don't want us to see this. You want us to see that. You don't want us complaining about this, but you want us complaining about it. But then you don't do nothing about the things that we're complaining about. So we see it and see it and see it and see it. And what are we doing, man? Like, seriously. I would never in a million years go to somebody else's country and disrespect them that way. Sukiana went to London. She went to London and got her ass locked up for being ratchet. You can't step out in these other places and move like that. Where's the decency? Where's the respect? If somebody showed up at your house butt ass naked with a bunch of dudes standing behind them and said, "We want to film it here, I'll pay you $200,000." Would you do it? Would you be okay with it? When I found out about her, bruh, it was on Instagram. Yeah, it was on Instagram, and bang. It was a post that said she broke the record. She slept with it was 1,000 men or something like that. It was either it was 1,000 men. Then it was Lily Phillips. Lily Phillips broke the record. Then he was like going back and forth trying to see who could outdo the other person. That's how I ended up learning about her. I didn't know who the hell she was before. There, half the people that get name dropped, I don't know who the hell these people is. I know Snoop Dogg, In Vogue, SWV, Ice Cube, people like that. I don't be listening or like, nah. I do agree though. I do believe to a certain extent it is a psyop. Absolutely. Absolutely. Without a doubt. So why do you keep pushing her? Why do you keep pushing people like that? Why do you keep enforcing us to see it? I go on the record again and say, your body, your choice. You do whatever the hell you want. Do whatever you want. The problem comes. The problem comes when now we are questioning when and where does the line get drawn? When is enough enough? When is too much? Look at time and how it's progressed, how sexual everyone has become. It's not by some coincidence. There's some things that had to take place in order for people to start to shift the way that they think. She's a part of that movement. That the adult industry is going to be and has been the greatest enemy to so many people. So many. And the fact that she just did what she did and nobody really seems to have an issue with it or understand how damaging this can be and will be moving forward is alarming. Why? Because it's not directly affecting you. You don't see the issue here or the concern. You don't think it's possible for her to reach your household? You don't think her methodology can invade your space? Is that what we think? Interesting. Should know better than that by now. Valentine's Day, Christmas, Halloween, the 4th of July. That reach your house, don't it? Don't you shoot off fireworks? Don't you go to the store and shop on Black Friday? Are you not on Amazon Prime? Have you ever done this before, waiting on a package? You ain't never peeked out the door every 10, 15 minutes waiting for something to come? They don't. They don't. And that's the whole point of me saying what I'm saying. Don't tell me they can't reach you. Don't tell me uh Bonnie Blue and women like her don't have the power to reach you. Because every time you turn on the TV, you're ready to buy Halloween costumes and Halloween candy, and you're ready to watch Halloween movies. When Christmas came, you were already buying gifts in August, February. You were preparing for it already months ahead. I bet a lot of people right now already got plans for Valentine's Day. You done saved up money. You done booked you a flight. You done booked a hotel and all type of stuff. All of it's already planned out. Don't tell me Bonnie Blue can't influence because we're influenced by something every day. It just reaches a specific audience. But yeah, that was mad disrespectful. Mad disrespectful, man. She tripping. Like tripping. I couldn't really wrap my mind around somebody actually doing some shit like that. Like, this woman literally took their flag, stuck it in her butt, and then walked off like she was a beauty queen pageant. The video that I had, they probably took that shit down. She had the flag up to her like this, and she said, when I'm finished, or when they're finished, I'm gonna, you know what I'm talking about. She like they let off in her mouth, and then she spit it out on the flag. That she said, that's exactly what I'm like, bro. I can't believe some stuff that people be doing on social media, man. I couldn't believe she did that. But then I was like, yeah, nah, that's her. That's her. She's an agent of chaos. Yeah, of course she did that. Yeah. Yeah, when I say she said she was gonna finish, yeah, that's what she was talking about. She's on some other stuff. I don't know. I don't know how people listen to some of these folks or be so obsessed with them. That woman a whole monster out here though. And then the dudes, man, y'all sleeping with her, y'all rolling up in rotation right after the neck. How desperate can you be? How lost of a soul can you be? You sticking your dick in that after somebody else just nutted up in her, bro? Like someone just finished in her, and then you going right in after that. That shit make me want to vomit. There's a whole heap of dudes like that, whole heap of them that inflated her ego. They got her feeling the way she do. But if you stop giving her all that attention, bro, I'm speechless. I still can't even believe that she did that at all. But nothing's going to change until people decide to change. My final thoughts on the whole situation, man. Until we change our mindset and the way that we support, this ain't going to change. I guarantee you, she's going to do something else. It's going to have to top this. I don't know what. You're going to do something worse than this, though. But she playing with fire. She really is. And the next time her name come up in the tabloids, TMZ, or wherever, the next time her name come up, it's not. I don't know if it's going to be this right here. I don't. But look, man, I don't know how y'all feel about it. Do you care? Does it even make a difference to you what she doing? Do you even believe that she has any type of control or influence on anything? Is she relevant to you? I would like to know how and where y'all stand on certain situations like this. I'm not about to lose no sleep over it. I just don't want to see her on my timeline. I need to get my algorithm fixed. Yeah, man. We about to get up out of here. Shout outs to everybody who pulled up. Appreciate y'all for hanging out, man. I do. Hold on, let's do that one more time. Wow week. Yeah, I'm tired too. I'm tired too. But she's not going nowhere. The people got to stop making her relevant and start pouring into something more positive. But hey, you do your thing. You know what I'm saying? The crew will be back next week. Sydney's still off. She'll be back fresh off the new year. But we gonna spin back Monday, man. You know, I got the week clipped up for the most part. I'm looking forward to chopping it up with the crew again. I want to give a thanks to everybody who has been tapping in to the channel as of recently. Next year, I want to go even higher. I want to expand even further. You know, can't do that without the people. So, like, share, repost, let the people know what's going on this side of the internet. If you're not following, make sure you tap in. You know, grown folk talk over here. You dig? I'm about to get up out of here. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your Sundays. Hopefully we get to hang out next Monday. All right. Y'all be easy.